What's up everyone, it's Chill Bill, and today I'll be showing you a full review of the Nike SB Dunk Low Denim Sashiko. Sashiko is a Japanese style stitching which translates to little stabs. It was invented in the 1600s and it was used to reinforce denim clothing so that you would get more wears out of it. People would wear the same clothes like every day. They didn't go and buy like new clothes every week. They would have to wear the same clothes every day. So it was important that you would have good quality clothes that would last a long time. And that's what this stitching did. Materials like denim, to where you get a lot of wear on your knees and elbows because you're constantly like moving around, and you would put this stitching on it. It was used for practicality, not as aesthetically. But as time went on and technology got better with clothing, it started to become decorative. And it's still very popular and still used to this day in Japan as a decorative stitching. Now this shoe was a general release, but it was only released in Europe and Asia. So if you live in the United States, you had no chance to buy this shoe for retail. I had to buy this shoe through StockX because I just really enjoyed this shoe, and the prices aren't that bad on this shoe. So I would recommend, if you do like this shoe, to buy it now. Let's get started with the box. Since 2020 started, this is the new GR box, which is an all over purple box. I'm pretty sure the teal box they used, been using that box for 5 years, so it's nice to finally change it up. And if you ever notice the rainbow box, that's with only quick strike boxes. So this is the box it came with, the purple box. The official colors are Mystic Navy, Sail, Mystic Navy. So with the shoe, you'll notice all these little stitch lines, and that is actually what Sashiko is. So as you can see, it's an all over blue shoe, but there's different shades of blue that really contrast the sneaker nicely. So you have this all over denim material on the midfoot and the back end, and then on the toe box you have this nice long haired suede. Now if you notice, you'll see all this stitching that goes all around the shoe, and that's the Sashiko. They even made the swoosh into all these little stitches to make it look like a swoosh. I really love the contrast of the two blues. If it was all one shade of blue, I feel like it wouldn't be as nice of a shoe. Then you also have, on the toe box, there's these cross cutouts, because Sashiko also uses crosses, and other than these circular lines that they would use on like your elbows and knees, they would also use crosses and stars. So that was a nice little detail that they would add on the toe box, is the cross cutouts. Then you'll notice on the tongue, it has this stitch over that's crisscross. I think that's a really nice detail. On the back part, you have one more patch of suede and that nice blue. And then you'll have this nice gum outsole, which I really like on this blue. I just feel like it's a nice pop of contrast. Now what I really thought was very interesting about this shoe is all these stitched lines are decorative. Yeah, it's for the look, but it's also, if you notice where they put these stitched lines at, this shoe was designed for skateboarding. So it put it in places that when you would skate, you get a lot of wear at. Not only did they design this shoe from a visual aspect, but they were also thinking of the practicality of skateboarding. And I think that's what just takes this shoe to the next level. How you have all this reinforced stitching. So I would be interested to see what a pair looks like skated in. And another thing, if you noticed, is some of the denim is already distressed. And I really like that look. You'll notice the distressing right there. So I feel like this shoe is going to look even better the more that you wear it. Like it kind of encourages you to wear it instead of letting it sit in a box. I wanted to get this shoe because it didn't release in the US, and I know the prices are just going to go up on them. And I truly believe this is one of the best SB Dunks to release this year. I wasn't a big fan of the Chunky Dunky or the Grateful Deads. I feel like those shoes aren't practical. Yeah, they're cool art pieces to have and like they tell that story. But I like shoes that you could actually wear. And I feel like this is a perfect example of a shoe that you could wear. And it still has that art aspect. Like, this is a work of art to me. I definitely think this is one of the best. Is it the best dunk of the year? No, I don't think it is, but I still think it's one of the best dunks. Speaking of dunk of the year, I'm wearing it. I still think that the Strangelove SB is by far the best dunk to release this year. Just the detail, the shoe is amazing. And even though it's all pink, I feel like it's super wearable. Like, I could wear this shoe every day, and I feel like it just goes. And I think this is another one of those shoes that you could really just put a lot of different outfits together and really make it pop. Oh, before I forget, they also added this blue lacing, but I don't think it's even necessary because I just think the white laces really contrast the sneaker really nice. I'm curious to see though, because some denim does bleed when it gets wet, so I'm curious to see if you wear these in the rain, is the denim going to bleed onto the white lace? That would be interesting to see. This is a really nice shoe, and I think if you want this shoe, I would buy it now because I don't think prices are going to come any farther down than they already are. And the prices aren't too bad compared to other dunks that released this year. So if you really want this shoe, I would say I wouldn't wait. Like, I've read many articles, and from what I read, they're not releasing in the States. So if you live in America, I would suggest that you buy it now, because I see the price only going up. Like, for example, look what happened to this shoe. This shoe was going for only like triple its retail when it first came out. And a couple months after the release, it just skyrocketed. And I have a feeling the same thing's going to happen with this shoe. Like, I feel like a lot of people think that this is going to get a US release, so they're waiting. They're not pulling the trigger because they're like, it's going to come out eventually. And what's going to happen is time's going to go on, and then people are going to realize, like, oh wait, it's not coming out in the US. And then people are going to panic buy it, and then it's just going to skyrocket. Because I do think it's one of those shoes that just has such great detail, and it's super wearable. Definitely something that you would want if you're a collector of SB. It's a really nice shoe, and I feel like it's underrated for the price that it's at, because, you know, we've seen all other dunks this year go for crazy prices, and this is like one of the cheapest. And I say cheap, I mean, it's still an expensive shoe, but compared to other dunks. That's all I got for you guys today. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.